All right, welcome to the Vicky 3 Academy. Here we are. We're in Vicky 3 Laws. This is We Play Games. I'm Walker, and we're just talk about these 4 laws in order. I think for free speech, this is one of them where there's not like a whole lot of complexity to them. They mostly are just ways for you to interact with your IGs for these 3. Outlawed dissent, obviously, it comes with this massive tech spread penalty, and so it isn't free. Same with censorship. Both the tech spread penalty is a real thing, but that's a lot of extra authority you get for being an outlawed dissent. And if you need to do like consumption taxes for whatever reason or anything like that, then you'll be very happy to have the outlawed dissent around. And the suppression impact on interest group attraction can be a really big deal, especially if you're trying to manipulate very heavily one group or another. Unfortunately, for a lot of the powerful landowners, they usually set up this censorship thing, and then they find their way to like not be in government anymore, and then we suppress them. That happens a lot whenever on this channel. it's kind of the way we go. But if you're trying to be a democracy and have like your people be happy, then you can go into right of assembly. And right of assembly it's not protected speech, so you don't get this tech spread bonus. But you do still have the ability to do some serious manipulation of interest groups, which, depending on how diverse and complicated your economy is very useful. That's like most of what this stuff is useful for, is if you have a complicated and diverse group, a number of interest groups, and you want to be able to manipulate them, then you probably need to be in some combination of them. If that's no longer the case, and now like it's pretty clear that one interest group or another is almost certainly going to be just eternally in control or eternally very powerful at the very least, then it doesn't matter if you have these sorts of things around, because you kind of know the political makeup of your country, in which case you might as well be in protected speech. 25% extra tech spread in the mid game is huge. That is a lot of extra technology that you are going to be getting. And it really is going to help you rapidly outscale the rest of these, but it is one of those things that the longer you have it, the stronger it is. So if you want to use this, then my recommendation is to try to find a way to get either industrialists, intelligentsia, or probably trade union as like just a powerful group that you want to permanently associate with, because all 3 of those scale very well into the late game based off of the type of pops that they use. So if you can get one of those groups to like 30 or 40% and be happy with where you are, then you can just use protected speech. It's gonna be a little easier if it's either intelligentsia or trade unions, because of who cares about protected speech usually. But both of those are incredibly strong late game things to be associated with because of the migration and the extra working pop. So free speech, again, it's mostly just how do you interact with your interest groups and how much do you want out of them. Outlawed dissent, censorship, these things are there for when you're doing a landowner battle, but the landowners at least are like, they're pleasant enough to leave the tools for their own suppression in your own hands. Right of assembly is really more for a democratic process, because it does let you go into guaranteed liberties, which is really good, really good. But it's way less powerful in terms of being able to manipulate interest groups, while still giving you that option. And the authority, that's not enough really to do a suppression on its own, but it might be enough to do a consumption tax, and there is real value to being able to add a consumption tax. But to reiterate, protected speech, because of the tech spread and the way that you get value out of technology, if you're gonna go into protected speech, try to get there as quickly as you can. All right, that's Walker. That's another really short one. If these laws are like a little too hectic in terms of their pace, let me know. I wouldn't mind making them more like 8 or 9 minutes, but I don't think they need to be. Like, this video really kind of was done 45 seconds ago, and it was just a recap. So let me know how you feel about the shorter videos. I think largely I like it. That's it. That's Walker.